Uh,
The only problem I ever had with Twitter prior to this was in a discussion I had about Chelsea Manning, who
uh-huh.
used to be private. I think Bradley Manning. I can't remember the first name, but and I was talking about the issue wasn't Manning. The issue was the protection of U.S. classified information.
Mm-hmm.
And my position is that Private Bradley Manning violated U.S. law when Private Bradley Manning um, released classified information to unauthorized persons.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I use Bradley Manning is that Bradley Manning committed the crime. Bradley
Mm-hmm.
Manning didn't transition into Chelsea Manning until later. So I believed
Okay.
I was being 100% factually accurate when citing legal documents produced by Bradley Manning's team. The documents contained Bradley Manning's name. I felt that I was being legally accurate by citing that name in association with the offenses. I was accused of what they call dead naming, which apparently is a horrible offense to the transgendered community, where you don't respect their new identity. And I was singled out and given a 7-day suspension by Twitter for violation of this, for abusing people. There's no intent to abuse. Chelsea Manning is Chelsea Manning. I'm not challenging this. I support Chelsea Manning's decisions,
Right.
but Chelsea Manning didn't exist when the legal documents that I was referring to were filed. Only Bradley Manning exists. So I wasn't dead naming, but apparently I was. So that was my run-in with Twitter. And again, this is kind of some of the absurdities of Twitter. Because what happens if somebody doesn't agree with transgendered politics?
Mm-hmm.
What if somebody believes strictly in that the only designations that are viable are those biological designations you get at birth? Is Twitter the proper arbiter for this? Or is Twitter supposed to be a platform in which these issues can be discussed, where differing points of views can be brought in? So that was an example of Twitter taking sides, where Twitter, for what I believe were political correctness reasons, said, no, we agree with people's concerns that you were dead naming a transgendered person. When in fact, if they just did any research, they realized that, for a very conservative American, I'm one of the strongest supporters of transgendered rights out there. I mean, I believe in everybody should have the same rights.
Mm-hmm.
But they singled me out because they don't allow any potential for a deviation from the politically accepted norms and standards that Twitter alone defines. And that's the problem. Twitter's deciding this, not the Constitution, not the Supreme Court. Twitter doesn't get to weigh in on free speech. I'm sorry, they just don't. Mm-hmm. Not when they're given this platform that has assumed the role